Once again, several McKinney Lions advance to the Class 4A state swimming and diving meet. Coach Sam Serio is with us now. And Sam, you sent your entire boys team to Austin, and your sophomore, Sammy Hashbarger, put another gold medal around her neck on the girls' side. How do you sum up this year overall?
Well, it was a very good year, and we like taking folks to state. We did have 97 individuals participating. That's our biggest year since before we split with North. We had 88 that year. So, and getting 8 of them to state in our district and region is a pretty good deal.
How do you explain that growth in numbers since that split? It seems like there's more and more interest. We know about Sammy as an individual and her success, but the program overall is certainly thriving.
Yeah, well, it helps when we have somebody going to state every year. That encourages more kids to see that there's a chance for them to get there.
Sammy Hashbarger wins a second consecutive state championship in the 100-yard freestyle. What a thriller that final was. She beat Cedar Park's Amanda Wu by a 1/10 of a second. How did Sammy do it?
Oh, pure determination, because she hadn't rested for the state meet. She was resting for the meet the next week, and she just made herself win that one.
You mentioned the next week. That was the Speedo Championship Series at Texas A&M. That was an event, depending on her finish, could have qualified Sammy for the U.S. Olympic trials, and she came up just short, 0.08 of a second away from qualification. What was that experience like?
Well, she enjoyed it. She's disappointed, but she does have 2 more tries before her.
Coming up in May and June, she still has her eye on London, and if not this year in the Summer Games, certainly 2016 and those games in Rio de Janeiro. What's the next step for Sammy now after 2 years at the high school level?
Well, she gets to move to 5A. That'll be more pressure, and she's still thinking that she can take the gold in the 100 free in the 5A, and that would be super if she could do that for 2 more years.
And this is coming off an exceptional freshman season in which she won a gold medal in that same event, the 100-yard
Yes.
freestyle. This year also 3rd in the 50 free. How has she improved from 9th grade to 10th grade?
Well, she had a shoulder injury, so that's why she wasn't in the 200 free or the 500 free, which she would have won easily at state since we got her shoulder well. But she's just training that much.
While Sammy was your lone representative at state on the girls' side, you had your boys' team in full force in Austin. They placed 9th, tied with Humboldt Summer Creek, finished 1 point behind Highland Park in those team standings. What did you like about the boys' performance this year?
Well, that we got so many there with Frisco, and Frisco won the region, so they had the most. And we tied with Wakeland and the boys. They beat us at district, but we tied them at regionals where it counts. But Robert Swan did well in the 200 and the 500 free. And the 3 relays, Brandon Driggs and Colin Lightfoot were on all 3 relays. Shason Bringhurst was on the 200 free along with Ryan Joseph. Eric Genzel and Harrison Westgart were in the medley relay. They ended up 2nd team All-State. And Ryan Joseph, Brandon Driggs, Colin Lightfoot, and Robert Swan were in the 400 free relay. So we had very good representation. Brandon Driggs was 2nd team All-State in the 100 fly, and Matthew Reynolds, a football player, was honorable mention All-State in the 100 fly.
How about Reynolds' transformation there? Because we remember him at linebacker for Jeff Smith's football team. Is there anything that he takes from the football field athletically, a certain skill that applies well to in the pool?
Well, the pool helps him with his endurance on the football field, his breathing, and his endurance. I mean, just his endurance. But he is, you know, he's 10 or 12 weeks behind all the swimmers, and he comes up and makes a regional meet. So it's pretty special guy.
Tremendous accomplishment, no doubt about that. You brought up Robert Swan. What a finish for him at state. 4th in the 500 free, 6th in the 200 free. What allowed Robert to have that success this year?
Well, he was determined to make it, in those individual events, and he set a goal and achieved that goal. He's a hard worker also.
How about Brandon Driggs? He was in Austin for a second straight year. He was a key member of all those relays that you mentioned, and like you said, second team All-State, an 11th place finish in the 100 butterfly. He's a senior that you're certainly going to miss.
Right. Brandon was behind Matt in the district meet, and then at regionals, he came out of nowhere and won in regionals and beat the Frisco boy and Matt by a fingernail. You know, it looked like all of them tied, and he was the one that determined that he was going to make it.
You like how that boys team is developing, continuing to go to Austin, and while the girls team did not qualify this year, we know about Sammy's success. You really like what you have coming up through the ranks there for your girls team.
Yes, Mackenzie Grider also made a good showing in the 500 in the girls, and she also swam the 200, which relieved Sammy of some of that long distance swims. But she was our freshman that came in second place in high point for the team, and just 2 points behind Sammy. So she's a real good one. And we have the rest of the, we're losing 2 senior girls that swam at regionals, so, and 1 diver, so 3 senior girls. So the rest of them are coming back. And we have another freshman coming up that swims with Sammy during the year. So don't know how good she's going to be, but that's the only freshman that I know of sneaking in with swimming background.
Realignment has affected swimming just like any other sport at McKinney. You know you're moving up to Class 5A. You don't know your district just yet. We talked with Bruce Blackman, wrestling coach, last week. He's still wondering, hey, where are we going to be? What is this time like for you? You're just wondering, hey, who are we going to compete with at district?
Well, we're assuming we're with the football schools, but, and if we are, we have Allen, Plano, Plano West, Plano East, and McKinney Boyd. Plano East has not beat me in the 26 years, and we beat Boyd the last 2 years in the 5A TISCA meet, so we're going to be competitive. Allen and Plano West and Plano have a big advantage with the numbers, but we'll compete with them.
What has it been like, this longevity for you, 26 years now in the books, as you started this program, basically, and what keeps you driving forward here, going into your 3rd decade, really?
Well, as long as mamas and daddies send me good swimmers, it's enjoyable. That's the thing. When the kids succeed, I can deal with that.
Sam, we appreciate the time as always. Best of luck going forward and into next season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sam Serio, head coach of McKinney. You know, the more things change, the more McKinney hopes they stay the same. Yeah, they're moving to Class 5A, but they hope to achieve the same standard of excellence in 5A that they had in Class 4A.